Hey everyone, Rizwan Jagani here, and this is one of my last few videos for the month of December and one of 2 reflection videos that you're going to see in the upcoming weeks. This is my reflection video on the first semester of my master's degree, which was one very crazy experience. Such a whirlwind of different things to do, different things to learn, different emotions, from having a new teacher, learning new techniques, being back in an academic environment, joining a dance team and then having to leave it because of time commitments. So all these different factors mixed together have created for such an amazing experience though in the end, and such an enriching experience. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the classes, the things out of classes, things I've done with my new teacher, the experience as a whole. I'm going to try and keep this video short though. First classes I'm going to talk about are my refresher classes for theory and history. Theory was very useful. I struggled initially with it even in undergrad, so it was nice getting to have a refresher, even though I did struggle with it again. But there were a lot more take-homes this time because I was hearing it for the second time. History is a subject that I really enjoy, and I luckily got tested, sort of exempted out of the second semester because the first semester I was not as familiar with, so I was able to sort of catch up on that. And then as we got more into the things I was more familiar with, it was very easy for me, and I enjoyed the class. Then I was in music technology and sound recording, both which are classes that are very sort of important to what I want to do in the future with like my production stuff. So I really benefited a lot from those. Both of those were amazing classes. Graduate research methods, sort of the idea of writing research papers and how to go about finding sources. And that's a class I feel like everybody needs to take irrespective of your major. Specifically for music majors, we have an abundance of sources, and it's amazing to see what all we can access and sort of compile them into one final product. Symphonic literature and repertoire was a very huge culture shock for me because I had never studied symphony excerpts to that detail. So I had no idea what discipline it required, what sort of etiquette it required. And with everything that was kind of going on in the last few weeks when I was performing my mock auditions for this class, it was definitely a huge shock for me. So that was probably one of the hardest classes I had to take because it just tapped into different aspects as a performer and as a learner. Orchestra, absolutely fun, and enjoyed doing all these amazing pieces we did this semester, working with someone like Maestro Cardenas, and sort of just the experience from that. He's a legend in his own respect, so getting to work with him was just fantastic. I love all my new peers and my new colleagues and my new friends that I've gotten to make over this semester. They've all been great, and I've learned so much from them in terms of how to sort of navigate the school and sort of how to grow as a musician. Working with Professor Harding was amazing this semester. I'm so glad I chose to come to this school. He's been very good about opening my body up, playing with less tension, how to use my body to get the best out of my instrument. And I'm noticing the differences, even though at times I don't feel like they're there. He's telling me, my colleagues are telling me, people who don't know music very well but are noticing the changes in my sound and how I play. That's just been a very good feeling for me, and we all celebrated at the end yesterday when we all completed our juries, which was a very scary experience for me, but I felt like I did well. I got some good comments, some good feedback, nothing negative, so I at least know I'm doing something right, and I'm just looking forward to everything that's going ahead. Overall, this experience was crazy because I came back to school after about 2 years, so it was very interesting having an academic schedule again and sort of following it. But the one thing about being a music major is you have a lot of free time in your schedule, and that is essentially to practice, work on your craft, technique, exercises, etudes, and then your repertoire. So you have to know how to use that time. I joined a dance team as a hopes of, using that as a way of an outlet, but when that dance team became just as much as dedication as I needed to do to viola, I kind of had to, cut things to sort of focus on why I was actually here. I miss it a lot though, and I miss everybody that was on the team. And overall, coming to a city like Pittsburgh, where it's very different from Texas, I've grown to love the city, maybe with the exception that I can't get a burger at 3 a.m. if I want to and I'm starving, or the fact that the roads are small, so driving is a little crazy. It snowed yesterday, so that was just nice, but it was a little crazy to drive in, and of course I got a cold. I'm getting over a cold now as we speak. But overall, I enjoyed coming here and just knowing that everything that I'm learning is going to amount into something great, even though at the moment I'm not exactly seeing it. But I mean, I am seeing it, but it's like, it's happening in slow stages. And you know, that's the best part. It should happen in slow stages because then sort of one thing builds to the next. You don't want to rush the work, and there's no shortcut without doing the work. Overall, it's just been a very enriching experience. Finally, you know, moving out of the house after living in Texas for 17 years, you know, being on my own, trying to, you know, cook when I need to cook and, you know, have meals, not starve, you know, do laundry and do all these other little things that I used to sort of take for granted in Texas because, you know, I had my parents helping me out, or like we all just did things as a team rather than doing things as an individual. So overall, I am very thrilled with how things have gone this semester. Are there things that I could have done better? Absolutely. But sometimes you don't know what we're dealing with until we actually dive straight into it, and it can sometimes feel like drinking water out of a fire hose, which is exactly how I described my first semester. But I'm looking forward to taking the second semester with full force, and just looking forward to a much more enriching journey. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with any of your friends that are thinking of going into a Master's in Music program, or who have gone into a Master's in Music program and kind of want something to relate to. I have my Christmas cover next week. It's going to be Believe by Josh Groban. And I think it's kind of appropriate because Josh Groban went to Carnegie Mellon University. And then I'm going to do my reflection of my first year as doing a consistent YouTube channel and sort of what I've learned from it. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying your holiday season. Stay warm and don't get sick like me. Thank you so much. Bye.